Good morning, Nashville. It's Wednesday, August 27th, and you're tuned into On the Curb, your fast-focused curbside briefing on what's being built, bought, and buzzed about in Davidson County. Today's lineup is stacked. A big move on the East Bank. The Scrapyard saga finally closes. Strategic Hospitality's next concept is headed to Wedgwood, Houston. A major step forward on Dickerson Pike. And we'll wrap up with a Music City Loop update. Let's hit the curb. All right, Nashville-based CA South is looking to offload one of the most high-profile properties on the East Bank. Nearly 16 acres along Davidson Street, right on the Cumberland, is officially on the market. CA South scooped up the parcels back in 2021 and 2022 for just under $39 million. And guidance pricing today sits at about $5 million an acre, so roughly $77.5 million in total. The site has been envisioned as a mixed-use project with hotel, office, retail, and restaurants, and zoning up to 20 stories in some key parcels. That means whoever picks this up is going to go vertical in a big way. The same broker who just handled this Scrapyard deal is running point here, and the timing is interesting. With the stadium, Oracle's campus, new greenways, and pedestrian bridges all coming to the East Bank, this land is positioned like prime riverfront gold. The big question is, does a local player step up, or do we see national or even international developers jump in? Time will tell. All right, after more than 25 years of debate, lawsuits, political wrangling, the infamous East Bank Scrapyard has been sold, and the price tag is massive, $245 million. A group of 50 Tennessee-based investors teamed up to buy a 45-acre site from Carl Icahn. For context, that's one of the most expensive land deals in Nashville history. Now, don't expect it to be a quick turnaround. SA Recycling is still operating under an existing lease, and the site needs some serious environmental cleanup. But this closes a chapter that multiple mayors have been trying to rewrite for decades. And it pairs directly with CA South's sale. Two riverfront parcels, side by side, changing hands in the same season. The East Bank transformation is no longer theoretical. The dominoes are falling. Moving to Wedgwood, Houston, Strategic Hospitality, one of the biggest names in Nashville's food and beverage scene, is at it again. The team behind Bastion, the Catbird Seat, and Friends in Low Places downtown is adding a 12th concept, this time in Wedgwood, Houston. The spot's at 611 Wedgwood Avenue, most recently home to Smokin' Thighs. The concept has already been leaked through a Google listing, and it's called Sally's Stay a While. No word on the menu or the vibe, but with a name like that, I'm betting on something neighborhood-friendly and casual. A hangout spot in a neighborhood that's already buzzing with art studios, new developments, and creative energy. If you've been driving down Dickerson Pike, you may have noticed the demolition of 800 Dickerson, the old Dunlap and Kyle tire company. The building is completely gone. That site is controlled by HTI Memorial Hospital Corporation, the same entity behind TriStar Skyline Medical Center. And they've officially filed to move their planned freestanding emergency department to this location. The plan calls for 11,900 square feet with 11 exam rooms, a trauma room, imaging, lab space, and parking for 44 cars. For Dickerson, this is big. The corridor has seen a ton of buzz with housing, retail, and industrial shifts, but a major healthcare facility signals investment at a whole new level. Quick hit to wrap things up. Elon's tunneling company has officially put shovel, or drill, in the ground. Crews have dug a test pit near the state capitol to study the limestone. A larger 40 by 100 foot dig is coming up once permits line up, and the project is still in the design phase. The goal? Begin full tunneling in late 2025, with the first operational stretch targeted for early 2027. That's an aggressive timeline, and the city's already working on negotiating station sites. Love it or hate it, the loop is moving forward. Before we wrap, a quick look at what's on the docket for On the Curb over the next couple of weeks. We have our Friday soapbox sessions coming out over the next 2 weeks. First, I sit down with Turner Almond, who is a Franklin lender who focuses primarily on construction lending. We talk about construction lending, and we also get into what people get wrong about buying in Franklin or Williamson County, and whether there are still really affordable options down there. Then we've got a session with Jason Close, East Nashville realtor and entrepreneur, and founder of fragrance brands like Ledoux and Roosevelt Candle Company. His products have been featured everywhere from GQ to Men's Health, And we'll dive into what it's like running a national consumer brand while also helping clients navigate Nashville real estate. Both conversations bring a different kind of insight, less about parcels and permits and more about building careers and communities here in Nashville. That's a wrap for today's Curbside Briefing. From the East Bank land grabs to new restaurants and tunnel digs, Nashville's growth doesn't stop. If you're enjoying On the Curb, make sure to give us a follow, subscribe, or share it with someone in your office who's always asking, what are they building in that lot? I'll see you on Friday for our long-form interview. Until then, I'm Michael, and this has been On the Curb.